Our mobile phones could become an important weapon in the fight against the coronavirus, and Germany could see the benefits very soon. Software developers are working on tracking apps which would enable a loosening of restrictions on movement without compromising data privacy. The app registers other smartphones with the app installed and can track people who were in the vicinity of the user for a particular amount of time. If the app user tests positive for corona, all the people they had contact with can be notified and warned. The hope is that possible cases of infection can be isolated more quickly. According to calculations, however, it only works if 60% of the population uses the app.
As long as it's free and it doesn't come from above, I think it's completely okay.
Everyone has a smartphone by now, which they use to look up everything with an app that then registers your location around the clock. That's why it makes sense. It's what they did in China.
Data protection laws are far stricter in Europe than they are in China, however, which is why using the app has to be voluntary and anonymous. It's not programmed to log the user's location, only the distance between them. Journalist Chris Kuva is monitoring the app's development.
What's also crucial is that the information is only saved on my telephone at first. It's not uploaded anywhere and not stored at a central location somewhere. This way, if I were to test positive, I could then decide to share the information voluntarily.
The Corona app could be launched in Germany this month. Just under half of all Germans have signalled a willingness to install it, one of them being Angela Merkel herself.
Well, for more, let's bring in Fabian Schmidt from DW Science. Hello to you, Fabian. So we're hearing that this app is to be able to meet German data protection standards. So it's being built in a way that protects privacy. But what exactly does this mean in terms of how this app works?
Yes. If we look at the Chinese app and the South Korean apps, which are basically based on the geo-tracking that most mobile phones have activated, this app works completely differently. It doesn't really track your geographical location where you are or registered somewhere or send it off into the cloud. But what it does is it basically works with Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a kind of near area communication between smartphones. And so if you are in the vicinity of someone who also has a smartphone that has Bluetooth, it will register that you've been in contact with that person. And only that fact will be then sent into the cloud, and it will only be stored there for 2 days. So the point is the app will never register where you are, but just whom you had contact with. And once you press the button, then all the people you've had contact with will be informed by the app. The data will be deleted after 2 days, so data protection is very, very high on this.
All right, but how does this actually help stop the spread of the coronavirus?
The idea is that if someone is tested positive and he gets a positive test result, he's probably still in the early stages of being infective. And so if everybody who has been in contact with him the last 2 days gets the information, then the likeliness that these people can also then be more aware of the danger and maybe check themselves, consult their doctors, ask what they should do, maybe just avoid other contacts is much better. And this is really the crucial period that the medical doctors have concluded that should be taken into account.
All right, Fabian Schmidt from our science desk, we thank you very much.